Hi, Carly. Hi, Carly. Welcome. My name's Lauren. I'm an intern here. Did you get a chance to review all the paperwork that I sent you in the mail a week ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have any questions about anything about what you read?
Nope. I filled it out and I sent it into your secretary, I guess.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to go over a few main things before we got started. So, things like confidentiality. I just wanted to let you know that everything that you say to me will remain in this room, with a few exceptions. If you plan on harming yourself or harming others, I'm going to have to break confidentiality and let somebody know. Also, if there's neglect or abuse of children or elders, that's another reason that I would have to break confidentiality. Also, if there's third-party payer, like insurance companies, sometimes we have to send information to them. Do you have any questions regarding that?
Nope. I guess so. What about my husband? If I don't want my husband knowing anything, does he have to know?
No, he doesn't have to know.
Okay. What if he calls you and says, "I just found out my wife's in therapy. He doesn't know I'm coming in here." Do you have if he was very stern with you on the phone, would you have to give him any information?
No, I would not have to give him any identifying information.
Okay, cool.
Just the things that I listed are reasons to break confidentiality, but if it was just your husband trying to figure out if you're coming, I wouldn't have to tell him.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
All right, do you feel comfortable with that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, also, I just wanted to go over, right now we're planning on how our treatment works here is that generally people come in once a week for a session about 45, 50 minutes long, and it costs about $75 a session. Is that something that you want to do? Come in once a week for sessions?
Yeah, that sounds good for right now. But what's your cancellation policy? What happens if I need to, if I have an appointment or something comes up?
Right, generally just try to give us a call within 24 hours and we'll just reschedule it and there'll be no fees.
Okay.
Because we're pretty understanding to things like that. I know stuff comes up.
Okay, cool. What number do I call? Just that number that was on that business card you gave me earlier?
Yes, the number on there is to my supervisor because I'm not supposed to take any phone calls outside of session just because my supervisor likes to know everything that happens and what's going on to make sure you're getting the best treatment that's needed. So the number on there is to my supervisor.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so then we can get into what brought you in here today. So what's going on?
Well, I just moved here to Hawaii from the mainland, and I moved here with my husband, but, he has a job here. I haven't found a job yet, so, I don't know. I've been trying to find a job, but it's been hard, I don't know anyone out here to, network with. I don't know, I guess I've been feeling a little bummed out since I moved here.
Mm-hmm. What have you done so far to try to find a job?
Well, I updated my resume, and I've been putting it out on all of those internet sites, the monster.com one, that one's pretty good. I've been trolling Craigslist like crazy, but I don't know, I don't hear anything back from those postings, and I walk around, Waikiki area trying to get a job, but, they always say, you got to call this number, and then I call that number and try to schedule, and then no one ever calls me back, and it's really frustrating,
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like you're determined to try to find a job, and you've been taking necessary steps to look for different options that are available, so I think that's awesome that you've been taking initiative there. And I can tell how frustrating that would be, not hearing anything back or getting the responses that you want.
Yeah, definitely.
What's your husband think about everything that's going on?
He thinks I'm being a baby, and he thinks that, it should be so easy to just get a job, and he doesn't understand why I don't have a job, and he makes me kind of feel like crap about it. So, I want a job for me, but I also just kind of want to, throw it in his face, ha-ha, I got a job.
What does he say to you that makes you feel like crap?
Well, he says, you should have gone to college. Told you to go to college. But he didn't even go to college. He went to community college. So, whatever. And, he throws that in my face all the time. He has his, his AA degree, whoop-de-doo. And then that kind of makes me feel bad because college wasn't really an option. And let's see. So yeah, he just tells me that I don't have any skills and I don't bring anything to the table, and that's why no one wants me. And when I say it hurts my feelings, because I'm really upfront about what hurts my feelings, and I think it's mean. He says I, take things too personally, and that he's trying to give me a good shove in the right direction. And if I always take things too personally, then I'll, never succeed. Just whatever.
Well, it sounds like the comments that he makes is really hurtful, and has he ever physically hurt you at all whenever he gets angry or is yelling at you, or is it more just verbal?
No, it's just verbal stuff, and I guess the reason why it's bothering me so much out here too is he's the only person I have out here. My family's all on the mainland. All my friends are on the mainland. I'm not really involved with anything out here, so I haven't made any friends. My neighbor and I, we get along, but she's significantly older than me. She's like 63, so we can talk, but I wouldn't classify her as like a friend or someone I would go do things with. So he's really all I have, and the fact that he's so negative about me trying to do something positive for myself is hurtful, I guess.
So in trying to find a job, you're also kind of trying to find companions and people to be with outside of just your husband. It sounds like right now you just look towards him for that support.
Yeah.
And it's really hard right now for you because he's pressuring you to get out there and find a job, and you are trying to find a job, and it's...
Yeah, exactly. Like, part of me, I guess feeling like I belong here is having ownership, or having, like, I guess the feeling of belonging to something, the feeling like these are my people. And whenever I've had a job in the past, that's the feeling I got. So it was comforting, I guess.
What type of jobs in the past did you have?
A lot of customer service. I'm really good at that, like serving and bartending. And I have a lot of fun too. So those are the jobs that I've been kind of looking for, because that's my resume is full of. And also because I like it. But it's, like I said, it's been really hard. And
so it sounds like you have an interest in customer service, and you seem really outgoing. What other things interest you?
Let's see. I like going hiking. I like exercising, just being outdoors. I guess I just really want someone to want to do those things with me, Yeah.
Does your husband like doing those things?
I mean, he used to. We used to do those things together, but ever since we moved here, he's been really busy with work, and now that he's the only person bringing home money, he has to work like overtime. So then, of course, he comes home after like a long day, and he bitches to me about how tired he is and how exhausted he is, and how I've just been sitting around twiddling my thumbs and watching TV, blah, blah, blah. And okay, so what? Maybe I have. I've just been watching TV all day. Whoa. But it's not like I want to be watching TV. I want to be out there doing what he's doing, or, bringing home the bacon. But I can't. No one will hire me. It's really making me sad.
Have you explained that to him? That you've been doing all these steps, and let him know, and maybe you could ask him what he thinks you should be doing, like why he's so upset if you've been going through these steps.
Yeah.
What it is that he wants.
I've explained it to him, but I think he just thinks they're all excuses, and that I just want to like sit around. And he's not very, he thinks like women make excuses all the time, and he's solution based. And so when you have a problem, he wants to say, well, this is the solution, now go and fix it. but the solutions that he keeps, providing me with, they're not working. And he thinks it's like a deficit in my character, when in reality, I feel like it's a deficit in the area that I'm marketing myself to, because no one's calling me back. For all I know, when I go in and drop off a resume and, I try to talk to the manager and the manager refuses to come see me, the person I'm handing my resume to, the old hostess girl, isn't even giving the manager my resume,
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's frustrating.
Yeah, because I'm qualified for these positions. It's not like I'm going out for something that's like out of my realm,
Mm-hmm. In the past, before you moved out here, did you find yourself with the same struggles whenever you try to get a job, or just here in Hawaii has this been something that's
Just here in Hawaii, because back home, I've been there for, like 10 years. And so I've been at this one job for 5 years, and I've been there like a really long time. And the owner, he owned a few other bars in the area, and so it's just easy to like get me into this other place, like if I wanted a second job. So it's all about like, networking and knowing people. And here I don't, that's what I'm experiencing, I think, is that I don't have anyone out here. And I don't know, I guess like just, I said bummed out before, but no, it makes me sad. I see people hanging out with their friends and going and doing things, and I don't have any friends to call up and ask them if they want to go to the movies or whatever, and
It sounds like in the past you've used your friends and your networks to really get you into an occupation or a job and something that you enjoyed. Have you thought about trying to build your support systems here and your network of friends maybe through some other type of activity besides getting the job and then making friends? Whereas maybe you could try to get a support system here and then maybe somebody would know somebody to try to help get a job. Have you ever thought about doing it kind of reverse out here if you're having trouble?
That's interesting. But what would I do? How would I go about finding other like extracurriculars like that?
Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought about looking into like maybe clubs or organizations or...
They have those things?
Yeah.
Like even if I'm not like, going to school or something?
Yeah, there's like gyms like YMCA. I know like yeah, there's gyms, local gyms. I know 24-hour Fitness has like workout classes and stuff. I know there's recreational sports that you can play that you don't have to be in a school to participate in. Like there's paddling teams. I see them paddling all the time up and down the Alawai Canal, like hiking.
Oh, that's what it's called,
yeah.
paddling. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different activities, especially being here in Hawaii, and you expressed liking to go outside.
Yeah.
There's like numerous amounts of hikes, and just getting yourself out there to try to network maybe before getting a job, because you seem like you're sad just missing your family and friends from back home, and just coming out here with your husband.
Yeah, I'm feeling kind of lonely, Definitely.
And that also puts a lot of pressure then on your relationship with you and your husband, not having, like that being your sole, like person to lean on and talk to.
Yep. Yeah. Like when things are bad between him and I, like I don't even know who to call. Like I don't want to call my parents, talk to my mom about it, because she was kind of against me moving out here to begin with, and she thought it was, selfish on his part to take me so far away from the family, and so I had to really stick up for him and stick up for this move to get us out here. So I don't want to call her and say like it's awful, but I do want to call her and tell her it's awful. Yeah, so when things are bad with him and I, it's really bad. Who am I supposed to talk to? Like the pillow next to me? A pillow wouldn't say anything.
Do you have any other friends back home besides your mom that you could give a call to and just talk about everything?
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to one of my friends back home, Miranda, a lot, but also it's kind of like, I guess it's an issue of pride, because all these people were at our goodbye party and said goodbye, and we're moving to Hawaii. Like, who moves to Hawaii? No one moves to Hawaii. People vacation here. So I don't want to let on that it's like this terrible experience, especially since as my husband keeps reminding me, it's only terrible because I'm making it terrible because I can't get my stuff together, So he's having a great time. He has a job. He has friends. He goes out for boys' night or whatever and does fun things.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the feelings that you're feeling is normal in this situation. You're adjusting to a whole new lifestyle and being away from people that you've always felt comfort in being around and being able to talk to. And so you moving out here, I think, it says something of the character too, like that you were willing to come out here for your husband and be here for him, and it's going to be hard to adjust. Have you ever thought about maybe possibly bringing your husband with you to one of these therapy sessions and maybe talking about all these things?
Maybe, but right now, I vaguely mentioned that I was going to be, talking to someone, and he just was like, oh, like therapy? And he just was so angry because he thinks people don't need therapy. He kind of looks at it as like an emotional weakness or something, and that it's dumb and that it doesn't do anything. And, I've never been to therapy before, so I didn't really know how to back it up. And other than the only reason why I was going to therapy was because I didn't have anyone else to talk to, So, I don't think he would really be for it right now. I think he just would be kind of be a dick about it. But maybe later on, maybe if I've made progress towards certain things and could show him that it's helped me.
So before we end the session, I just wanted to end with a few last questions and forms. I just wanted to know if you've ever had any suicide attempts or thoughts in the past.
No. I've been sad before, but no, I've never thought about suicide.
Right. Well, that's good. I just wanted to make sure, that you were safe. Now, if we can go ahead and plan for our next session, maybe we can work on getting some vocational tools.
Yeah,
so
cool.
That we can look over things that could maybe help you out in the job search process and figure out maybe different types of jobs, and look into also organizations and clubs that we can get you involved in and start networking here on the islands.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great. I would like that. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, it was nice meeting with you.
Nice meeting you.